Bandai of Japan in their premium Bandai have done it again by releasing the GokaiSaber and the GokaiGun as something that is absolutely beautiful. Dear God, is it beautiful. I knew they were going to do the gun. As soon as I saw the saber, the gun was going to become a major big thing straight away, and it has come out. This is Bandai Premium. They're basically the website source, and I've got to admit, seeing all these graphics make me want to buy the sword. I'm buying the saber and the gun as soon as I can. I'm going to be putting the deposit down because this is a very expensive item. But this is something that I didn't kind of expect. The saber looks absolutely beautiful. The gun looks absolutely beautiful, and I cannot wait for this. Now, we're going to go into some details. So the original saber, that I think it's meh. Like, I didn't really like the toy one, but obviously that's what we got back in 2011 or 2010. And that was the main thing that we had, which was the handle was too small for me. Obviously, I have big hands, but generally the saber, from what we look at the pictures down below, would have more kind of a grip for more of an adult fan. Now, I am very tempted, scrolling back up here for a brief second, like, for two sabers, like, I am so tempted. I don't have the money, but if I was silly rich, I'd be buying at least two of these because I would like that. Two sabers would be absolutely awesome. Now, this is the sword, the saber itself. It looks beautiful in this either 3D render or this is the kind of prototype. But looking at the way that the blade is, oh man, so nice. And the gun. Now, you get all 5 of the keys, which again I think is absolutely fine. But I think I would have rather it come with a rare key, something really rare or something that hadn't been done before, because this seems to be kind of a cop-out, but this is the metallic range. So metallic keys aren't too bad, but if you're a key collector, I just think they should have done something differently. So the blade itself, the original one, was 425 millimeters. This is definitely 730 millimeters, which is obviously a lot in length, quite big. You have your LEDs, which I think is going to look really cool if it starts flashing up and down, which would be like, for the Gokai Wave or something a little bit different from this. Now, I was watching Josh's video on this, and he says that as soon as you put a key into the saber, it will say something completely different that we've not seen before, which I kind of think would be really cool. If it's the super thing that he is talking about, I think this would be kind of the perfect one to go for. It kind of gives it a bit more. Maybe if you put Joe in there, you would get something a little bit different. But from seeing this now, it looks stunning. So you've got the LEDs, which I think would kind of really look good if it kind of flashed up quite like big rather than this. I think the toy did it. Now the pistol, I've got to admit, the only thing they could have done with the pistol, I think, is it was a good enough size, was just literally make where the trigger was a lot bigger. But apparently the memorial one actually is a lot bigger. It's not too much. It's 303 millimeters, the original toy. The memorial is 335 millimeters. Again, nothing major, but the things that they've added in differently have been the kind of the LED in the gun, which I think that if you put in a different key for a different color would kind of look really, really nice. You've got the LED right bang on there, which again would light up, which looks really nice. The 3D render of it, I think, is absolutely perfect, and I really like the fact that we're getting this. I think I'm quite tempted to get another original DX gun if I could, but I just generally really, really like it. So obviously you put it in and it would say something completely different. Now, I am so glad that they were able to show this off exactly how the weapon is, because the one thing that with the DX Saber originally was my hand wasn't able to fit into it, wasn't the best, and obviously the gun, as I mentioned, the trigger was way too small. So seeing this here, I really like the fact that you can easily put your fingers in, and there's no kind of like it not fitting, and obviously you're able to hold the saber properly, which I think looks really, really nice. And seeing that you're able to do the poses exactly like you could do in the show, I like it. I think this is going to be one of my favorite weapons. And again, I would be a fool not to buy this, because I know that if this goes out of print really quickly, I'm not going to be paying a lot more for it. But to be fair, I probably would if it was all sealed. But as soon as I can, I'm going to be paying for this. I don't know if I'm going to be... I'll probably put the deposit down and then save money up for it and then drop it, because Toku Collectibles are going to get a lot of money from me, believe me. But I really like the fact that it's able to hold properly. The whole set of keys that you get is metallic. I think it should have been something completely different. I think what would have been kind of cool is if it did have the super mode. I think maybe having the keys of the actual, like the super modes, would have been a lot better, because that to me would have been absolutely fine. Now, the kind of like technical terms for this, the saber is 170% bigger than the DX version. We create a new design with a realistic shape, 3-dimensional, with a new mold, and commercialize it in the size that can be reproduced to the image in play. Both the emblem parts in the center of the main body has one LED on each side, and the 4 LEDs are built up on the tip of the sword. By pressing the trigger, it emits light in 7 colors, and then the sound of the sword attack and then the sound of the special move played increase. GokaiGun has a total of is about 110% larger than the DX one. The emblem on both sides is in the center of the main body and has one LED light, and the LED light built into the muzzle. In addition, the set also includes the 5 ranger keys. The Great Power version, as included, a unique voice will be activated in conjunction with the separately sold Mobiritz Memorial Edition. The product includes Ranger Key Series Henshin mentioned Mobiritz, Ranger Key Series Henshin Mobile Legend Mobiritz, Ranger Key Series GokaiGun, Ranger Key Series GokaiSaber, Ranger Key Series DX Galleon Buster. Dear God, if they do a Galleon Buster. And the Henshin Mobile Gokai Cellular. Operation is not guaranteed when set to the Ranger Key Series Gokai Spear or Legend Set Sentai Nakiri set. So it's just here. Operation is not guaranteed when set to Ranger Key Series Gokai Spear. I know that the Gokai Spear is going to come along. And then it's just basically that. So Toku Collectibles has 2 versions of this up. If you wanted to go just for the saber, then you can do. It's $300. As mentioned before, it does come with the key, which is fine because that's the one that we all kind of know in general. If you wanted to go for the Memorial GokaiSaber and GokaiGun, it's a little bit more expensive, which is absolutely fine. I don't mind paying this price because it is worth it. The shipping fees is the one that scares me the most. But obviously with you're able to put down a deposit or full payment, that's absolutely fine. And yet you do get all the keys to kind of go with it, which is kind of stated right here, which again looks kind of cool. I really like this image. I think this looks really absolutely fine. But yeah, to be fair, this is what you kind of get with it. So I'm very much excited. Coming out in May, which is a good enough time if you want to save up. It's going to cost me a lot to save up. I think in general, when collecting this sort of stuff, this is not one of once in a lifetime, because I'm guessing you'll be able to buy this much later on. But with everything coming out with it now, this is the time to get it. So this is definitely worth it if you're going to pick it up. I'm going to pick this up as soon as I get paid. I don't think I'm going to pay the full amount, but at least now I can figure out and kind of save money towards this, and hopefully by May all paid off. But it's going to be expensive. It's going to be a hard thing to buy straight away, but I know they're going to bring out the spear. We're going to kind of talk about that in another video, and as well as something else I kind of really want to talk about as well. But yeah, I'm going to leave that. What are your thoughts? Are you going to pick up this? Are you going to leave it? Let me know down below in the comments, and I'll see you later.
チャンネルをサポートしてくれてありがとうございます。チャンネル登録、高評価お願いします。以下のリンクから商品を入手することができます。